We now know what killed actor Gene Hackman and his wife. Their bodies found last month inside of their home in New Mexico. Officials just revealed the cause of death.
His wife died of an infection spread by rodents, and Hackman died of cardiovascular disease and Alzheimer's disease. It seems that his wife died first, leaving the actor on his own.
Eyewitness News reporter Dan Krauth is in the newsroom with more. Dan?
Sade and Bill, it's safe to say that this is no one anyone expected. The medical examiner and sheriff just laid out the stunning details of their deaths. They believe Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog all died separately, days apart. We also learned Gene Hackman was living with severe Alzheimer's and was most likely alive inside the home for a week with his wife's dead body. Their bodies were discovered back on February 26. Police just revealed they believe his wife Betsy died on February 11th from a rare virus found in rodents. She had just returned home from picking up their dog from the vet, who was suffering from a different condition, they say. Now, you may remember there were pills found on the counter near her body. The medical examiner says those were her thyroid pills, and they were taken as prescribed and did not have anything to do with her death. Investigators believe her husband, Gene, who was suffering from Alzheimer's, died more than a week later of heart disease on February 18th. They know this because they got the data from his pacemaker. They found no signs of carbon monoxide or anything else in their bodies that would have contributed to their deaths.
Mr. Hackman showed evidence of advanced Alzheimer's disease. I'm not aware of what his normal daily functioning capability was. He was in a very poor state of health. He had significant heart disease, and I think ultimately that is what resulted in his death.
I think a lot of those questions are answered. I think the timeline that we've been given as far as the pacemaker results and the history and evidence that we found as far as the timeline of Miss Arakawa, I think a lot of the questions have been answered.
Pretty remarkable. We wanted to know more about the rare virus the medical examiner says Betsy died of. It's called the hantavirus. State officials in New Mexico tell us over the past 50 years, about 136 people have been infected in the state, and it's passed from animals to humans, and it can be deadly. We just spoke with a doctor about the virus. Have a listen.
Hantavirus is a viral syndrome, a disease that is contracted from mice, usually coming into contact with infected rodent urine or feces. There are very, very, very rare strains.
What investigators don't have at this time, cell phone records from both Gene and his wife, Betsy. They're working with the state police right now, trying to get that data from the telephones. We'll have more on this developing story as we learn any new information. Reporting live in the newsroom, Dan Krauth, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.